The first kitchen gadget we're looking at today, hello, welcome to today's kitchen gadget testing haul, is by Lekue, and it's got a very original name, bread rolls. I like the fact that it's not some crazy gimmicky name, it's literally what it's for. Yes, spoilers, bread rolls. Yes, welcome to another kitchen gadget testing haul, part of a massive playlist I've been doing for blooming years. So once you finish this video, check out the rest of that playlist because you're going to be sat there for ages. And of course, before commenting down below, please consider that some of these kitchen gadgets can help people with certain disadvantages in the kitchen. Bread rolls. 6 bread rolls in only 1 bake. Enjoy homemade mini bread rolls for breakfast, snacks, or to accompany your meal. Now, of course, 6 bread rolls in 1 bake, or any 6 things in 1 bake, isn't that flashy. In fact, here's an example. Look, a cupcake tin, which of course we will use to compete with this through this video. You go over there for a minute, see you in a bit. But basically, I'm not sure if you can see it here. Look, it kind of looks like something that might be better in a washing machine and is partly transparent. Look, I don't know if you can see me. I feel like I might be sort of like doing some budget fencing. So the Lekue ones, they always come in like every language under the sun. It's got a recipe for some bread rolls which we will use. It's actually got a bit in the start here, the benefits of eating bread. Bread is a basic food necessity. Bread is low in fat and high in fiber and highly versatile. Well, thank you for the history of bread. I'd rather know what this is all about, but I think it's something to do with these holes. The air around it can actually circulate better and give a dramatic crunchy effect. So we should hopefully end up with some beautifully crispy rolls. I mean, it really should tell you more about that in the instructions. It doesn't. The other thing that stands out, for a better and deeper bread production, and I'm aware of this, actually a baker told me this, how he sort of sprays in the oven with water to create mist. For better production, you can place volcanic stones. I don't live near a volcano. I know you can buy sort of similar things online that you can put in your oven, or, which we will use, ice cubes. In a baking tray, when you start preheating the oven, this will generate steam which will help provide the heat while cooking, which is actually a top tip that I got from a baker. I don't know if that's going to take the shine off this that much, but hey, we might as well do it. So I was just talking to Hugo about this, folks. I'm going to use my, well, actually I can't use head whisk because this is the reason I'm allowed it out here. Head whisk's dough hooks broke, but I'm going to use an electric whisk with the dough hooks, which is an awesome invention. So that's some bread flour. This is an egg. And Hugo just said to me, like, why don't you have a KitchenAid?
Yeah, why don't you have a KitchenAid?
Well, as I add some butter in, I did mull it over, you know, because I don't know, there's kind of like this thing of it feels like you're sort of like partially doing it by hand. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That was a sort of unsure, an unsure, yeah. Milk, sugar, and some yeast. Now, we have got to add salt in a minute. But I will say, Kenwood, I'll try and put one on the screen here, they do a version of the KitchenAid, and the reason I didn't want to do it was because with the KitchenAid, the bowl is like not transparent like this one. But I'm sure Kenwood do one with a transparent bowl. And I've used one once or twice before, and I do remember it made an exceptionally good dough. As I slowly add in water, but hopefully that answers your question, Hugo.
It does.
Yeah, and now that's nice and randomized. A bit of salt on there. I don't know if I do that too much now, but people always say about like avoiding the salt from the yeast, so it's nice and combined. Salt in last. So reviews-wise on this, a respectable 4.3 out of 5 stars on Amazon. Loads of 5-star reviews, unless your name is Jason. 1 star, not for bread rolls, even though it's called bread rolls. This is not for bread rolls. Started a return. We'll be going back to make the rolls by hand again. Very disappointed in this product, and there's some images there that look like, I mean, they look passable. You would probably eat those at a local fete. Now, some of you might disagree with this, but another baker once told me, and it's generally never really failed for me, is when you sort of knead dough like this and you like want to change it and put it into a clean bowl and oil it, sometimes it doesn't make a massive difference. So to prove that, this is where it's going to completely fail for me today. Just gonna wrap that in cling film, leave it to rest for at least an hour. Thankfully, it's an exceptionally hot day outside, so I'm just gonna stick it somewhere near a window and it should rise in about 5 minutes. Yes, so we're gonna put that somewhere to rest. And when I normally say something like, oh, it's a really hot day in England, it's gonna be 35°C later. And I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, Barry, that ain't very hot. In America, we get it like 50°C, boy, and that's in breakfast in the shade. I know most of you don't speak like that. I'm sorry. And I know, trust me, in countries all over the world, you get it way hotter than this, but we're in England. We're not designed for this. We have pigeons, we have cups of tea. It's very stereotypical. We're all panicking. I mean, just look how panicked Hugo is. Ah! But we do have aircon. We have aircon. Yes. But seriously though, as cool as it is in this room, everywhere else is really, really hot today, so it should accelerate the resting time of this. So let's move on to the next one. All right, this next one sounds a little bit like a nightclub. This is the Hullapit by the company Dreamfarm. We've seen their stuff quite a lot recently. They have the old classic shoelaces on their packaging, quite a nice iconic thing, and generally pretty cool brand indeed. This is actually a berry Hulla and pitta, and it can apparently also do tomatoes and pineapples. Probably won't do that today. We'll try and do the 3 things that it actively promotes, but it looks pretty darn good, and it's got a lock on it. Everything needs a lock. 4.7 out of 5, generally well received, apart from Stan 10. Oh well, is the topic of his actual review. Doesn't work on cherries, makes a mess. John, 1 star. Cherry Keeper is the name of his review. Does not work. Cherry gets stuck in unit and have to pick it out. That is quite a common theme. All the other ones are very, very positive indeed. So we will be trying cherries. Olives, if they work, we actually might stick some of those in our bread dough. And who doesn't love a strawberry? I know Boston does, so maybe he'll get some. All right, nice little board here. I've actually tried to color swatch match thing here with the board and the green element of this thing. I want to show you here. Here is the unlocking mechanism. Look what happens when I do it. Huh? That's actually quite aggressive. So you go like that, and that will actually nip off the top of a strawberry and hull it. There are better gadgets. I've seen it. I'll go get one in a minute. But also we've got this rounded bit there for a pip, a seed, or any sort of stony thing you don't want in your fruit or vegetable to fall out. And why does that remind me of like a lobster? Or someone going, oh, this feels a bit flimsy, you know? Like, look how much they're moving. You know what would Ja Rule say when he's using one of these? Holla! Do you know who Ja Rule is? No. No, okay, that's okay. The way you walk, the way you... No? Anyhow, so this is a good strawberry hulla, this one here. There's other ones you get with like a little knife in it as well, but look, you've got 4 pincers. That goes in there, you push it in, let it sort of do the work for you, twist it around, and boom. That is what we are competing against. One of my favourite strawberry hullas. Yes, you got to push out a little bit. Very, very good. All right, so there are 2 ways we can do this. So we basically get our fingers resting on the bit there, which is doing the pincer action. Take the strawberry and we go in and basically nip off the top. Little twist. And I've got to say, that has done a pretty decent job. But another thing we can do, and I think I just saw this on the Amazon listing, there's a guy that looked a little bit like Pep Guardiola showing you how to do this option instead, where you actually manually do the pincers as well. So you go in and then you just push it the way you want and twist. Oh, that feels like I'm breaking it. I'm not sure about that. But that has done it too. And I've got exceptionally close to the top there. So that is maximum strawberry goodness for a lovely pug. Have some lunch. He loves the strawberry, this guy. That was done with a Hullapit. Now, olives. I cannot tell you how hard it was to find a jar of olives that were not pitted. Well, I'm hoping they are. It just... Oh gosh, I just spilt brine on the floor. Plonker. They described it as whole olives. So, ruddy hull, how is this going to hull? Well, basically we've got the hole here which should help push out the pit of the olive. But it's hard to sort of show you because there is a little protruding, there's a little plastic bit there which should pull it forward into it and push out the pip, the stone, whatever. But as I want to show you it kind of disappears. It's just there. Can you see it? If you can't, you'll just have to trust me. And I know that's hard for some of you. Right, so the olive, it goes in here. I'm gonna place it in this circle. I assume, no, that can't be the way. It's gotta go, do we put it in here in the little pocket? I think we do, don't we? There are no images on the box of how to do it. The listings are, yeah, it's very much pushing the strawberry and the cherry, but the cherry is sat in that little basket. It's like it's on a little roller coaster. So here we go. Push that there. Oh gosh. Ah, it's definitely gone through. But where's the pit? Oh! I'll leave it over there and we'll try and do another one. So whilst there, I'm like, oh, it's done it. But where's it gone? You go like that and it just suddenly, oh my gosh, the arms catch it and then it's already gone through the hole. It's holding it and it's like, release. Go forth, pit, and do your thing. Hey, that is good. But I love the fact that if you like, I don't know, you want to take your olive for like a little walk, you can hold it like that and it's sort of cradled. You can temporarily feel like the olive's mother, or it's like a ski lift for olives. It comes in, you're like, okay, we're at the destination. There you go. Thanks for traveling, Olive Airways. Amazing. Cherry, cherry baby. This is quite a chunky cherry, that one. I got mixed opinions on whether this is going to work, but other than that, strong opinions that this is a good thing. So let's go for it. I heard the delicate slither of the stone removing from the cherry. I feel like I was about to read a bedtime story then. Did you see that? No. Oh. Yes! It's pitted a cherry and left the stalk. This is the dream. I mean, I did help it. I lining it up, like, so it's directly flush. I think that's probably quite an important thing to do. And that was one of the larger cherries in the bag. Did you see that? No. This is brilliant. I'm gonna do one more time, okay?
Yes, I saw it that time.
Isn't that amazing?
It's pitching a cherry.
That is genius. I don't really like cherries that much. I do like them in gatto. And ja Rule, that is gatto, not ghetto. Holla! This is good. The Hullapit, whatever you want to call it. It's a bit big and bulky, but you can close it down. You can lock it so it will sit like that. I have no doubt in my mind it will take the eyes from a pineapple. Anything can. Well, that sounds a bit sinister, doesn't it? But do you know what? Those reviews saying it doesn't work on cherries, then maybe they're using some gigantic ones, but these were not small by any means. That is a good gadget. Yeah. No. Oh yeah, gonna get a copyright strike. Yeah. Holla! Yeah. All right, nice quick one before we revisit the dough. You might remember Timmy the Turtle from our last gadget haul. It's recycling day. Very fun indeed. It's actually now been signed and will be given away to a random club member in return for supporting the channel. So if you've not checked out the new club we've done on Patreon or YouTube memberships, maybe check it out if you wish. Check it out, check it out. But if we wanted to try and top Timmy the Turtle, this is, I don't know, maybe Colin the Cat. Look inside this bag. Can you see the cat that is trapped? It looks a little bit like the scene, is it Superman 2 when they're kind of all like stuck in the thing? Can't even remember what that was, like mirrors or something. Well, if they had a pet cat, that was a coaster. Oh my gosh, a random limb has just fallen off. This, oh, we've got to build this. This is the cat coaster. And there you go. Does that look like the most uncatly cat you've ever seen? Hugo, you like cats. Does that look like a cat?
That looks nothing like my cat.
This is, well, we've got to build this. 10 out of 10 for effort. Look at the coloured paws on that. That's fantastic. If you want to just pause the video. Sorry, and enjoy that. Well, let's build this. I only wanted to do this very, very quickly. Okay, so there are actually some instructions with this. There are front legs and hind legs, but they are actually all the same thing. We just come up vertically and it snaps into place like this. Oh, okay. But Timmy the Turtle, we didn't have to build you, did we, mate? No. Look how surprised he is by this. Yeah. Okay, we have got the legs on there. It's so weird. Oh, I put it on wrong. Oh my gosh. I have genuinely put it on wrong. Oh, does it really matter? There we go. So this is like the, well, this is where your cup or mug of choice will rest. Cover the chassis after installing the 4 legs. In it goes like that. Oh gosh. Right, in that goes. Right, so I don't think that actually goes in there, because if you go in, those go down automatically. I think that's it. And what I love is there's actually a hook. Oh, brilliant. There's a hook there if you wanted to actually hang it.
You just show me the instructions, and why has it got like just a random dog and family there? And why can you only enjoy it either at your desk, a dining room table, another dining room table, or camping?
The envy of everyone when you're camping.
Yes.
So review-wise, 2.8 out of 5 stars, and not many at all. Tristan has given it 5 stars. Cat lovers, quirky gift. Nice little gift for one of the girls in work who loves cats. Okay, yeah, for a secret Santa or something. Brilliant. Linda Hull, holla! 2 stars, poor. Oh my gosh. She totally could have spelt it P-A-W. Very filmsy, so I think she meant flimsy. Material, not as described. Well, it wasn't the best description, and I think I knew what I was gonna get. Let's just compare it. Timmy the Turtle, absolutely amazing. Colin the Cat, ah, the paws have latched from every angle. It's quite secure in there, I guess. I mean, it does the job in a strange way. It's kind of, look, you can move it with you. It's gonna stop a little bit of spilling, whereas Timmy, straight off. I think I prefer Timmy still from the shock. But I suppose, yeah, just like that cat lovers review, if you know someone that likes cats, Hugo likes cats, you can have this. Do you want this?
Yeah, why not?
Brilliant. It's all right. Right, let's check on that dough. Someone actually told me to say this to you. There you go.
Oh, thank
Hey,
you.
look at that. I've actually got like the world's biggest mug as well. Oh my gosh, it fits it. Cinderella. Maybe we should just call it the Cinderella cat or something. I don't know. Right, there you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Cheers, mate.
All right, so that has rested for about 90 minutes. You can see a little bit frosted appearance there on the top there where, oh, it's alive. It has increased in size a decent amount, and it was quite a wet dough as well. Now, we don't need to grease that tray, apparently. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is still quite tacky, you know. So apparently that gives us 70-gram dough balls. So we're gonna get some, a little bit at a time. I will flour it just a teeny bit, why not? If I can even get it off my hands. Ah! But to be fair to the pan, to give it the best chance of showing not only the crispage, but the fact that it is non-stick. I mean, it possibly should be with all those holes in it, right? I mean, it's a very delicate dough, but with the eggs and the butter in it, oh, wow. Okay, so I've gone back and forth a few times, and 70 grams is literally this size. It looks absolutely tiny, but remember, it will increase in size. That's the next step we need to do. So I won't put you through all the other ones I'm gonna do, or dough. 70 gram dough balls. Okay, so in that sits, and to be fair, now it's in there, it should expand. I'm gonna be busy. Here we go then, 3 in there, 3 in there. There was a tiny speck left over, so a good job I did actually weigh them out, to be fair, and they have actually filled them out quite nicely. So again, these need to rest. Tea towel. Tea towel, I'll get these out of the way, otherwise it's going to be awkward for the next gadget. And yeah, we'll see these in a bit before they bake. I didn't put the olives in because they're absolutely delicious. I've been nibbling off camera. All right, so they are resting away. This is some pasta. Now, it's going to be macaroni, except this is that spirali. Hugo very kindly got this for me because I forgot. What does macaroni and cheese need? Well, macaroni or any sort of pasta. He nipped out and got some for me. Cheers, Hugo.
No worries.
Or shall I call you Ja Rule? So yeah, this is spirali, which I think is like elbow macaroni, except they've just spiraled it round a bit more. But basically, for a gadget after this next one, we are gonna need some parboiled pasta, so we'll just get that going. This next one could be quite explosive in every sense. Now needs to be built, and this is the main section that I've already got a story from today. This is potentially a bottle mortar opener. And the reviews are terrible. Okay, so I've got to be honest here, the original one that I bought here doesn't have any reviews whatsoever, which might be half the reason why I fell for it. So we found another similar listing, which has got 2.5 out of 5 stars, but again, only a few amount of reviews, and the reviews you can see are negative. They're also both Spanish and translated. So Arancha says it's a scam, 1 star. It has arrived with dents, the pieces don't fit well, you can tell it's a homemade 3D print, don't buy it. Patricio, it doesn't work. It doesn't release the cap. In fact, many times it doesn't even open the bottles of the diameter set by the manufacturer. For 2 weeks, I was looking for the right bottle and nothing, a waste of money. And with that in mind, I really didn't know what this thing did. So here's the video. It's actually on one of the listings of what you do. You drop the bottle in and boom, the cap should come off. And that's partly shaking it, I think, and the force of the cap coming off. Now, a little special mention to this one. Right, remember this was 3D printed as well on the last gadget video. Well, actually now that is permanently on here. But what you were supposed to do with this one was go, now if I can do this, this would be amazing. No, it was basically worn. Whereas that was supposed to like fling off the cap. Oh my gosh. This, once we've built it, you're supposed to drop the bottle in there, and as you've just seen, the cap should fly off. And Hugo had a theory on this based a little bit on like Formula 1, right?
So basically, in F1, they shake up their like champagne bottles on the podium and they smash them on the ground, and that's what causes them to go everywhere.
So that's what's gonna happen with this mortar, but just in a more controlled environment.
Essentially, yeah.
It sounds cool, right? But with those reviews in mind about the dimensions on this, and even seeing it thinking, crikey, that's not gonna fit, I took this to the supermarket with me this morning.
No, I'm going to get a pepperoni because I like a pepperoni. I've just been cheeky and taken one out of these, and that does fit in there, but very, very slowly. It's the best I'm going to do. So I'm going to have to try this, and I can't get those out, so we'll do 2.
Yes, so they're in the fridge right now, but just to show you, look, this is that bottle, and this is quite thin. That does not fit in there. But do you know what? First of all, there's no instructions with it. It does look fairly standard. Like, it's got this lever thing with a screw. I thought it'd actually be like that. All it is shaking up and gravity. Now the rest is just sort of like plug and play, but there is a consistency in the video instructions of where this goes in here. We have got a bolt with it. That goes in, and well, I don't know if that actually, because that's gonna be where the bottle potentially falls out. There is a little bit of movement there. Right, so we've got some feet here, and they must go in there like that. Oh my gosh, this is so strong. And then in here, okay, all right, this is starting to feel like quite stable. Get in there. Oh, wow. That's actually really fun. So does this go in there? What the heck is this thing? It's like Mickey Mouse. So Hugo's giving me some coaching from the side. So this goes in the feet here, yeah?
Yep.
Oh.
All the other way around with the hole.
Oh, that's not very well done at all. How is that not gonna fit? Come on. Oh my gosh. No. Oh, does that go in there? No. Oh, nice.
No, actually, yeah, I think that might do.
Like that? Oh.
And then you've got to attach it to that.
Right, yeah, I can see where... Oh, ugh. Okay, we'll sort it out. Okay, if the worst comes to worst, we've got like a telescope now. But I've got high hopes for this. All we've got to do is get this in there. Oh my gosh, of course, it's at an angle like that. Wow, I was trying to go down straight and chucks away. This goes in there. Ugh. Oh no. We might not get that out again. You go slow.
No! You just got it. You just nailed it. And then, no!
I've got pliers in my garage.
Go and get them.
Hugo's just said, hang on, like I can use my finger, right?
Yeah, just push it through.
Oh, it's like a Japanese finger trap now. Oh! If that makes the sound on this, we need to like capture that audio because that. Oh my gosh! What is this? So should I put it on this bit?
Yeah, attach it in there first and then put it in.
Oh my god, that's actually really cool. I feel like I need to screw it to a surface or something. Morse code, mortar code. So just to show you, this bit there where it's gonna hit is actually at an angle like that. So the theory is we're gonna shake the bottle up, drop it down, and the force from that is gonna fire the cap out.
Hopefully.
Okay, in the video they used Corona, and I think these bottles are pretty much identical. So Peroni as well. And please don't do the let's call that a beer, mate. Literally, I'm buying a bottle that will hopefully fit down this shaft. So let's see. Should we shake it up? Gosh. Shake it up. That's in place. That was the problem. That was the risk. This is the reviews. This is what's happening. Right, Peroni. Come on, mate. No! Oh! Oh gosh! This is ridiculous! In the hole! That's so bad! Oh, it has caught the bottle though. I reckon. I mean, it's so hot today, I could probably put it out in the sun and it'd probably warp it. It's caught on it! Oh my gosh, we're nearly there! You stay there, okay?
I will.
Oh! Oh gosh, the stick's in the way now! Oh gosh! Ow! Ugh. Yes! It did it, and I feel like I just cut my finger. That is blooming awful. I feel like we've laid the tracks now, so let's just do it one more time. You must remember, of course you're gonna get this. You must remember to plug that in there and then just really do. It needs to go down a few times. I don't like it at all. It's really scary. The leg fell off. Right, next gadget. Alrighty then, folks. When I put them out to rest, I realised, well, I can just use one tea towel, can't I? And here we go. They look absolutely gorgeous, both of them so far. Obviously, we've got the holes there, and it's silicone, so it's more flexible to possibly pop them out if they do stick. Whether they spill over massively, I don't know. Ice cubes. Yeah, so ice cubes into a tray. So whilst this is preheating, the ice is going to go in. Well, I gotta say, it's been about 5 minutes and that ice is completely melted. Doesn't look too misty in there, but I'd imagine there's gonna be some steam that might help these crusty buns. I gotta admit, I've not really had great success with silicone trays. I didn't really get that vent of moisture there, but in about 13 minutes, we're gonna find out. All right, here we go, and there might be an interesting difference. So here are our crispy rolls. And remember, this was exactly the same weight of dough. This is the ones from the cupcake tin. So I would say about a third the difference in the height. I mean, is that just me?
Yeah, I mean, that is quite different.
Isn't it? That's the cupcake tray is higher. So where the vents have maybe spread out a bit more, we'll let these cool down. Fairly crispy. All right, last up, and the reason we cooked that pasta, we have got by Boska, the cheese baker. Now, this is kind of like a twist on a fondue dish, although some of them can't go in the oven, which this one can. I think that's kind of it. Take it cheesy. I do like a good food pun on a box. Heated by a tea light, so we will light that later. Stable cast iron base and a lifetime guarantee. Now remember that for the review in a minute. But this company actually do a range of fondue bits, but this one doesn't contain any forks. It does have a recipe for baked camembert on the lid. Lots of different recipes. Ceramic oven-proof lid. We've got some instructions in here, and other than that, there is the cast iron base that it sits on. Oh, and yeah, there's the candle. Goes in there. Once you've got your fondue, if you wanted to do that, you can just have that and warm it up, or if you want to accelerate it, it can go in the oven. So I thought, I'm not a massive fan of fondue, but mac and cheese I do like. 4.4 out of 5 stars, so it's pretty good for a cheese baker. Lots of 5-star reviews again, people getting very excited about cheese and fondue and things. However, this one, yeah. From Hoa Kienla, first time using this, it exploded in pieces about 10 minutes after lighting the tea light, so really can't give it any star, and it scared the life out of my dog. Had to give it 1 star, not by choice. So that's just from the tea light, let alone the oven. So I tell you what, let's put it in the oven. All right, frying pan. I'm gonna apply some heat. Let's say that word enough. Apply the heat. Because first of all, we are gonna make a kanga. Aru. Thank you. All right, starting to foam, flour goes in. You've seen this before. I don't know, I find it quite fascinating. Who discovered that this does this? You sort of take it for granted, don't you? All right, cooking the flour up a little bit. Slowly adding in some milk, and then our flour and butter will help us thicken this up. Oh, beautiful. Look at you, you nice thick plump sauce. Some mixed cheese, so cheddar, red Leicester, mozzarella, 4 cheese mix. What's the other cheese in that? Double Gloucester. And I used to work in the building industry, and when we had that painter and decorator come in to do some finishing in houses, I used to sort of say to someone, "Oh, make sure you've done 2 coats of gloss on that paint, mate." And he would always be like, "Yeah, I double Gloucester." Like, oh, okay, paint jokes. Hey, Hugo liked that one. Come on. Hey, was that good?
Well, I'm just kind of like laughing because it was so bad.
It's a sympathy laugh.
Yeah.
I've just noticed I've got loads of specks on this lens, damn it. Sorry. We'll clean the lens in a minute, but the sauce is taking priority. Sorry, folks. Good old dollop of Dijon mustard. No. In you go, Betty, because that's what I'm going to call this bit of mustard, Betty the Dijon. And let's just whisk this together exceptionally safely, not even holding the pan handle, holding a camera and a whisk. That will be our cheese sauce. All right, look at this, Hugo. Hugo very kindly just cleaned the lens for me. I was like, oh, why are you there? Look at this. Oh. Might as well dump some of this pasta in. It's all going to go in like one giant bike helmet now, isn't it? Oh gosh.
Bike helmet?
Like the mould, you know when you like to put pasta into somewhere and it rests?
Oh yeah.
It's got the perfect shape of that. Oh, I've done that amazingly. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I mean, it's basically done. I'm not even thinking about this gadget now.
You lost a bit there.
Oh yeah. Little bit on there, little bit there on there, a little bit of pepper on there. Nice, nice, nice. So the plan is we're making this to put it in the dish, to warm it up, maybe some more Parmesan on top, to let it cool down, to then warm it again with a tea light, which hopefully won't shatter it. That was legit, right?
Yeah.
Well, there we go. I am immensely, oh, you cheesy thing, immensely proud of that. That is gooey, gummy, and how am I going to get out of that whisk? Ah. All right, so I'm going to push. Oh my word. That kind of looks like an illness. But honestly, that's a tasty illness of cheese. Perks of the job, Hugo, we can eat this off camera. So let's just sprinkle a bit more of the cheese mix on top. Why not? That has actually cooled down so fast. I don't really need to warm it up to let it cool to warm it again. But I guess I kind of just want to see that it is actually oven proof. All right, so in that goes with the random loaf tin with the ice cube remnant still there. There's a little bit of moisture. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's warm. And now we've got to let it cool down to see if the tea light can make it warm again. All right, so this has fully cooled down. I did not spend my entire time watching it. That would be like the opposite of watching paint dry, watching cheese set. Right, this can do something very dangerous. I'm gonna light a bamboo skewer on my hob. Get this going. Stick this on here. And let's see if this warms it. In fact, I'll top it with some more cheese. This will actually be a really visual thing. Nice. All right, well, we just wait now. Great. Did we just wait for something to cool down after we warmed it up, after we cooled it down and warmed it up again? Okay, so let's just slowly slide that there. I'm gonna try and show the candle for a little bit of ambience there. It is slowly, and when I say slowly, I mean slowly warming that mac and cheese. It's been about 5 minutes. I heard a little bit of crackling a moment ago. I can't feel heat at all. I think it possibly preferred the oven. This might take a long time. To help it, I might put the lid on to try and keep the heat in. However, bread rolls, yes, these were done a little while ago, so they might not be as crispy as I'd like, but one thing I will show you, I'll take out the ones from the Lekue and look at the design on it. Can you see there's like a weird speckled rash on it? It's got like the grid lines from the actual indents, those holes where it's sat in there so nicely. Look, even on the bottom. But I'm kind of disappointed because, you know, kind of these holes, maybe I was expecting you might get like a little bit less exposure, so you might get that golden color all the way around. It's very much got cupcake vibes. However, they come out absolutely perfectly. That might be because of the silicone, it might be because of the holes. Now, those ones. Puffed up. That generally looks like a cupcake, actually. We've ripped it from the side, so obviously if you wanted to do this again, you could just grease it. But that is crispier, I will say that. Let's have a look at the, ooh, at least it's baked through. Oh, that's pretty good. I don't think either of them are gonna be like uber crispy. Do you know what? That is actually a really, really nice bread roll. And if any of you guys have got an opinion on why it's like puffed up as massively as that, I mean, it's going to be really, really annoying to wash, but that is actually really delicious. Whereas this, well, I mean, look at the colour difference. We can't even see the bottom of that one that well. Come on. Oh, gosh. So maybe we should give this one a bit more slack because it does come out more. It does look like, though, the bottoms were browned more. Can I scrape it off? Maybe slightly, but at least it's come out of its holster. Oh wow. I'm not sure how to describe it because visually these possibly looked more appealing. But what I think's happened is with these like dots in this mold, it's given this perfect circulate. Oh my gosh. I was like, why is my hand on fire? There's a candle there. The circulation on there, it seems to have given it this like really nice even rise. It tastes fluffy but consistently throughout. This was kind of like dense in places and then slightly chewier. Okay, the crispness on there isn't as like perfectly crunchy. We maybe pushed it a bit more further if we want, but it is a crispy roll, and the bake result is really good. It's been a long day. How long have I been waiting for that candle?
55 minutes.
55 minutes. I think it's just designed to keep it warm, so maybe we should have kept it warm. Oh! Did you see the puffage of steam? It is actually doing something. Oh my gosh. Putting the lid on it has definitely helped it. It's not completely melted, but yes, it's warmed it. It's got it to a point that now we're sort of agitating it, lifting it all around. That cheese will melt. That has actually revived it. I mean, this can go in the microwave. This can go in the oven. The tea light didn't shatter it. I guess for some people, if you like fondue and camembert, you might actually use it quite often. I just wanted to test the functionality of putting it in the oven, which of course it survived, and the tea light didn't shatter. I'm gonna consider that a win. So I did have another gadget to test, but we will save that for another day. And I think for the first time ever, my best and worst gadget today is going to be the same thing. This was so dangerous, but so fun. I don't know what else to say about it. The other ones you might have your own opinion on. I hope you enjoyed the video. Check out the rest of the playlist. So many fun gadgets over the years. And if you've seen any that I've not reviewed, which might be starting to get quite tricky, do let me know and I'll get hold of it. And I'll see you. Hello? I can hear the C in here. I'll see you next. Why am I doing that? I'll see you next time. Time for a beer.